Okay. So this week, I really want to talk about, since it's still the beginning of the month, it's the 8th, so I really want to stress how important it is to plan your month. I mean, usually I plan it even a month or a week before the new month starts, just to figure out, if I'm doing 2 groups, because sometimes I do 2 groups in a month. If I'm going to be doing a special coaching sneak peek, just things like that you need to plan for. And then you won't have the excuse of, okay, it's the day before, I'm not going to be able to do it. So if you get in the habit of planning, and you could, I'm a big pen and paper type of girl. So a lot of the time I will either put it like on Evernote, but then I write it down too. I just feel like I plan better if I write it down. So whatever whatever way works best for you, just make sure that you're doing it. I actually created, and let me screen share. I will put this in the New Coach Academy and on the team page. But I actually created hold on. Sorry, there's a lot going on over here. Okay, so I created, it's very simple. It's kind of like your activity tracker that Beachbody has, but I created my own. So every day, and it's the highlighted parts I do day in and day out. So if you are just telling yourself, okay, I'm going to for sure do 5 posts tomorrow, but you're not writing it down, it's kind of like when we are telling our challengers and our coaches, by posting in the challenge group, you're staying accountable. Well, you need to have a system to make sure that your business is on track, that you're staying accountable as a coach. This is so important. I realized, once I started making a plan and writing it down and just sticking to it, I noticed that I was more consistent in my business. I was following through more, by sending invites every day and doing follow-ups every day. So all these, and a lot of the highlighted areas, that's vital behaviors. And that's why I always stress to bring it back to the basics. That is just how I am. Like, people ask me, do you do something different, something special? How are you adding coaches to your team? This is what I'm doing. I'm just consistent. I do it every day. When I first started, guys, I was not getting people like wanting to just join. I had to work my way up to it. You have to form that trust with people on your Facebook. You have to kind of draw them in, and if you are posting every day, that is going to build that relationship, and people are going to see, oh wow, she is posting every single day. She is doing her workout. She's drinking Shakeology. She is posting about challenge groups. They want to know that you're going to be here. So maybe they're saving money and they decide next month that they finally have enough to join. Well, if you are planning your month and if you're keeping track by using something like this, I'm not saying you have to use this, but I feel like it's really helpful. It's simple. Either you can, check it off on your computer or print it off. Like, I'm going to print it off and check it off every day. But I feel like you need to start having a plan, especially if you want this business to go very far. And I'm going to talk a little bit about setting up your month. So since we are on the 8th, I'll still go over this, but so between the 1st to the 5th, you really want to be posting, talking about your challenge groups. So say my group started today. So from the 1st to the 5th, because people can still join on the 7th because of Beachbody On Demand. So don't think, I mean, I even let people join like 2 days after my challenge group starts, because if they want to join, I'm not going to say, sorry, you have to wait until next month for my group. You know, you're still here for them. So the 1st to the 5th, you really want to be promoting your challenge group. And that does not mean post about it 5 times a day, but you want to at least once a day be just kind of throwing it in your post, like talk about how you worked out, you know, never miss a Monday, and you are making sure that you're staying accountable because your challenge group just started today and you're so excited to help these 20 other women get back on track with their health and fitness. You don't even have to include a call to action. A lot of the time when I don't include like, hey, I'm looking for, 10 women, a lot of the time if I just post a video, a workout video, people are like, okay, what is she doing? I noticed that she's been working out every day and now she's talking about this challenge group. Like, I need to message her. So if you are staying consistent and you are on top of posting every day and you're talking about your challenge group at the beginning of the month, because your month is not, it's not from the 20th until the last day. You need to start on the very first day of the month. Don't wait until the last minute and scramble and think, oh my gosh, it's the 25th. I don't have any SC points. I haven't helped anyone this month. You want to work your butt off at the beginning of the month. So then, especially when your team is growing, because my month is set up where my goal is to get all my SC points, and my goal is to get SC 20, so I want to help 10 people every month. My goal is to get that by the 15th, because then from the 15th on, I am planning for my team. I'm doing new training videos or just setting up something for my team. So once you start growing a big team, you're going to want to plan out your month differently. So start getting in the habit of right away at the beginning of every month, you are working your butt off so that you can breathe a little bit too, knowing that you've helped 10 people or whatever your goal is, help 5 people. So from the 1st to the 5th, really promote your challenge group. And then write down your personal goals. If you have like a whiteboard, I know a few coaches, they put all their goals like for the month, they'll put it on a whiteboard and then put it like on their desk or, hang it somewhere where they can see it every day. And I'm a big visual person. So if I see that every day, like I have my dream board right on my computer. If I see that every day and I'm like struggling, I'm like, no one wants to join my team today. Like, I'm done. I don't want to talk to any more people. I will look at my dream board, guys, and it like pushes me to just, okay, I'm going to message 5 more people today. I can do it. So you need to have, if you're a visual person, if you are struggling with your goals and you just feel like, what's the sense of doing this? You need to have it right in front of you. And if you haven't made a dream board yet, go make a dream board. I know I put a training video. It's either on our team page or the new coach training group. But go make your dream board. I don't care if you just joined today our team. I don't care if you joined, a year ago. You need to have those dreams in place. And you need to be shooting for something. You can't just say, oh, it will happen when it happens. You need to have a plan in place in order for this to really happen. So from, let's see, so the 1st to the 5th, and then, okay, break it down week by week, day by day. So I'll give you an example. So my goals, I want to hit SE5, so I want to help 3 people by the 5th every month. And then I want to hit SC10. I have it broken down different, but usually I want to hit like my goals by the 15th. But here I said hit SC10 by the 15th, hit SC15 by the 20th, and then hit SC20 by the 25th. But I actually changed it. So I like to hit my goals by the 15th because then I can breathe a little bit. I can help my team more. I can work on different trainings. And I said to kind of throw it in, that you're promoting your challenge groups once a day. Make sure that you're not doing it at the same exact time. So I know a lot of top coaches, they'll post like their workouts first thing in the morning, and now they have a huge following. So the people that are watching them, they know that they're going to post at 6 o'clock in the morning. But we are all still starting out. So we're still forming, the followers for us. So you want to make sure that you're not posting your workout every single day at the same time. You want to, what if the person who wants to join or who ends up joining your team, they didn't see your post today at 6 o'clock, but they're on Facebook tomorrow at noon during lunch break, and you posted at noon, and they're like, oh, I need to join her challenge group. So you want to make sure that you are doing it at different times every day. And you want to promote on purpose at least 3 times a week. So that means a call to action, or you are posting about a upcoming sneak peek. 3 times a week, you want to make sure that it's known that you're a Beachbody coach. Now, you don't have to be salesy about it. You don't have to say, like, holding up the containers and, pretty much just being a Beachbody, walking billboard. But you can just share, did something happen in your challenge group and you want to share that? One of your challengers, did they lose 10 pounds and they're so excited and they messaged you? And then you can put your call to action at the bottom of it. So you want to be doing that 3 times a week. You really, you have to be consistent with that. When you are promoting a challenge group, so for me, I create an event page and I post it at least 3 weeks out from my challenge group. Because events, if you're not doing an event page yet, you need to get on that, because that's where you can post like 3 or 4 times a day, just a transformation post, something very simple, a motivational quote, a call to action. The event page, that's where you can go all out and say, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach, join my team. I love event pages. That's usually where I get a lot of my coaches. So make sure that you are doing that not like 2 days before a challenge group. And then just daily activities, something like this. You want to have like a tracker out, and I will post this so that you guys, if you want to print it out or use it on the computer. But you want to make sure that you have something that you can look at every single morning. And if you can't get to everything, at least you're getting to the highlighted areas. So do you guys have any questions about it? About how to?
I do have a question, Natalie.
Uh-huh.
I'm looking at your little screen, and it says send 5 invites. So is that just saying, like, are those your personal invites? Like, hey, Natalie, it's been so long. I hope you're doing okay, blah, blah, blah. I have a challenge group coming up in March. Would you like to join me? Something like that. That just simply like pressing invite to your group.
Yeah, that's like sending personal invite, like you're sending a message.
Okay.
And I usually, like, personally for me, I do more than that, but this is to get in like the routine. So if you feel like you're overwhelmed because you have a lot going on and you're like, I'm not going to be able to send, 20 invites, that's not what this is for. You know, this is to make sure that you're at least sending 5 a day. If you're doing that consistently, your team will grow.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Really? Any questions about setting up your month? Are you guys, I think some of you guys would be ready to do a sneak peek group together, a coaching sneak peek group. I think that is a really good way to get practice with like doing your own videos about coaching, and it's just a really good way to reach out to people. So if you guys want to, like 3 or 4 people get together and then you each just do a day, so it's not, you don't have to do the whole week, which is nice. And usually to set that up too, I would do that, usually do it around like the 10th, because then when you're doing the sneak peek, then it gives people time to think, okay, I want to save money. Maybe I can save it in the next 2 weeks or, a couple days. And then they'll join your team that month. So you don't want to, I know some coaches say to do it at the end of the month, but I like to do it closer to the beginning, because even if those people who were in your sneak peek, if they don't join that month, now they're going to be following your journey. They're going to be watching to see, when is your next challenge group, because maybe they can't afford it this month, but they'll do it next month. So either way, it's a win-win for you guys, because you're going to get more people who are looking at your posts every day.
I'll do a sneak peek with someone if anyone else wants to do them with me. I just don't like doing them by myself.
Yeah, you guys should all do one together.
I'll do it with you.
You will?
Yeah.
SP.
What?
I think you should be my new SP.
Okay, I don't have one anymore.
What happened to yours?
Well, it was, I think she's, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting her name. This is bad. She's the girl, she's on Jill's team that is pregnant with triplets.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Oh, was it Katie? No.
Katie. Yeah. Sorry, brain fart.
That's okay. I have that a lot.
Mine, but I don't know what happened to her.
Who are you talking about?
Your sister.
Okay, next.
Anyway.
Subject.
Okay, I'm muting.
Okay.
Me too.
Okay. Bye. Okay, so I also wanted to go over, let's see. Where did I put it now? Okay, so like pages. That's what I wanted to go over. Who has one? Does everyone have one here, right? Okay. Well, I just went over, or I just was in a training earlier about it, which I don't want to give too much away because that's your SC5 prize. But it was a really good training. So for your like page, they talked about, investing, which I'm big into that. Like, I'm not saying spend $500 on boosting a post or whatever, because we're all still at the beginning of coaching everything. But I would suggest to get more followers and more friends easily to start boosting a post at least twice a month. And I'm going to post in the Academy group tonight after the call, just different posts that I've done that have done really well. And I keep just redoing this one post because I get so many people from it. I'm like, okay, I'll just keep boosting this post. So you don't have to recreate all these posts. You just keep boosting it every couple months. And I think I've spent, well, now total probably like $100, but I've been doing it for a while. So that's not that bad. But I would really suggest to start just investing like maybe, $10 every couple months to boost a post, because that will go a long, long way. Especially if you feel like you're struggling with adding friends to Facebook, or you have gone through your hot to warm market, all your family, your close friends, coworkers, and if you feel like you're just at a dead end on Facebook, you really want to utilize your like page and start growing there. So I'll post the different ideas that you could do and how to like boost it and what you should do. It's pretty simple. Okay. I know I had one more thing. Do you guys have any questions? Oh, I am creating, it's kind of, actually it's really not. I was gonna say it's kind of like her new training. Have you guys looked at it? She has it on the Motivation Nation page. Like for the new coaches, she has new training. And I'm creating, it's like an ebook that you guys can use for your coaches. It's sweet. I'm in the middle of doing it right now because it's taking a little time. But I'm adding like different links for your coaches, like simple things like how to get direct deposit, how to change your Shakeology flavor. It's all going to be in this one like ebook. So then you just put their name right in it, and they can flip through it. It's just right online when they join your team. Just a good way to really help them out, and so that you don't have to be answering questions all day. Like I'm trying to make it so we have more time to do other stuff. Stop, you're fine. Sorry, she keeps crying over here. She's driving me crazy. So, but I will get that probably up, hopefully Wednesday I'll finish it. My boys are gone. Any other questions? Do you guys feel like you're struggling in one area, like messaging people, challenge groups? I mean, what do you feel like you could improve on?
Biggest struggle? Messaging people. Hate it. I feel like I'm afraid.
Like, are you afraid to like hear what they have to say, or that they're gonna delete you, or?
I don't even know. I guess I'm afraid of them. I guess I'm afraid of being shot down all the time. And I'm also, I also am afraid that I don't want people to think that that's my sole purpose, is just to get them to sign up to be a Beachbody coach, or to get them to send to be in my challenge group. I mean, yes, I want to do that, but that's not like my only purpose in life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, oh, there's Roxanne. She just wants me to be part of her team. I guess
Yeah,
I
but-
work what people think.
See, I used to think that too, but now I just don't care. I mean, because that's horrible. I don't feel like that, but I know that this opportunity has completely changed my life. So I feel like it's it's almost like a responsibility. Like, I would feel horrible if I didn't talk to all these people and say, hey, especially if I like see people like posting about, I don't know, like they're just negative or something's going on in their life. Like this girl the other day, she posted about looking for a job, and I sent her a message right away. I had like no shame. I'm like, well, have you ever heard of being a Beachbody coach? And we started talking, and she's like really interested in joining. But you'll never know like how they're going to take it unless you just take that leap and message them. Because they could be just like you and like really love this. But if you don't reach out to them, and if you feel like the people that I do add, like I've added quite a few people from like a military site, I don't really message them like that day. I actually let my posts kind of like form a relationship.
Right.
And then I'll message them probably like 2 weeks later and just say like, hey, how are you? I noticed, like if I noticed something going on in their life or a post. So if you feel uncomfortable, wait a little bit and then talk about something else that's not even Beachbody related.
Okay.
I also like to start like, when they say like, how are you? I'll say, oh, I'm doing great. I'm just really busy working as a coach. And I don't even say like Beachbody, I'll just say coach. And then that kind of opens up the conversation. They'll be like, oh, what do you do? And I'm like, yes, I'll tell you what I do.
Right.
So you kind of, you have to play around with it too. It's taken a little while for me to figure out a good way to start the conversation without it being like, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach, join my team. Because I'll admit, when I first started, I was very, I don't know, I felt tacky now that I like think about how I was messaging people. So you just learn.
At what point do you, for like when people messaging back and forth with you, what point do you just say, this is pointless? Then, like, I have one girl I'm messaging with, and she really wants to join. She contacts me in November, December, and then with Christmas, she's like, I just don't have the money right now. Can you let me know when it's on sale again?
Mm-hmm.
And so I've messaged her beginning of the month. And she's like, yeah, a friend from work are really interested, and we don't have the money to do it each month. And I offered her a couple different good deals,
Mm-hmm.
like the envelope drawings that I'm doing. And then I even offered her like a rebate.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she'd really benefit from doing the program. But at what point, like, she just reads the messages and doesn't respond? So what point do you just give up? Do I contact her again in a couple of months, or do I just altogether scratch her?
I've had a few people like that. I will usually, I won't message them for a month. And then I will actually, like, I won't message them. I will send them like a request for an event, one of my challenge groups. And then that gives you a way, so it's not really awkward. You can say, hey, I know we talked in the past and you were, really interested and excited to join. I just invited you to my next challenge group. I was wondering if I could share more details with you about this group. And so it's not so awkward. Don't message them right away. wait a little while, a couple weeks, and then add them to one of your groups or, invite them, and then reach out to them that way.
Okay.
Okay, my next question.
Mm-hmm.
When you're adding your network, okay, so I have these suggested friends that show up. Hold on. Maybe time for 2 minutes. Thank you. Okay, so I have all these suggested friends, and some of them look familiar, and some of them I have no idea who they are. So how are you deciding who to just add? Are you just adding everybody that you can? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to do when I'm adding to my network.
I will look at that suggestion bar.
Yeah.
And I will go through them, and if I have 10 mutual friends, I send them a request.
Okay. And then you just, so, good grief. So you just send them this request, and do you ever say anything to them? Like, once let's say they accept your request, do you be like, hey, thanks for adding me?
Yeah, I just say something really simple. If they add me, I'll say, hey, thanks for the ad. I'm really excited to, how do I say it? I had a really good, I'll post it in there, but I'll say something like, hey, thanks for the ad. Can't wait to talk more and catch up. Just very simple. You don't need to go into detail or anything.
Okay.
But I was every person I was sending a request to, I would send them a message, a private message, and it was way too much. I'm like, okay, if these people don't add me, I don't care.
Right.
I don't have time to message everyone, and you just don't. You have to pick and choose some things in your business, and that's honestly not that important. I mean, if they don't add you, then you just have to move on to the next person. But make sure, does everyone know about Facebook jail? That you don't want to be in Facebook jail.
8 people in a day?
Yeah, if you're adding 40 people in a day, because for a while there I was sending 30 requests, and you have to go back. I usually go back every Friday and delete the people who haven't added me in 2 weeks. So just make sure. Do you guys know how to delete people?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I just went through and did that the other day because there's a couple people. I just don't think they use their Facebook anymore. I hope, but be my friend. I mean, for real.
You're funny. You're funny. Okay, we have 7 minutes. So any questions about?
My only other struggle is posting when I'm at work.
Mm-hmm.
I know I can buffer some stuff, but I just don't ever know ahead of time what to buffer. I don't know what to post about while I'm at work. And over the weekend, we were so slammed. There wasn't even an opportunity for me to look at Facebook at all. And I mean, it's slow when I can quick pop something on there, but I don't know how to come up with things to ahead of time because I'm more of a spontaneous person. I'm not a planner. I suck at planning. I'm a terrible planner.
I am too. Jill always laughs because she calls me the wing girl because I am such I just wing it. I'm yeah, I'll do it. But I'm trying to get better at it. That's why I'm creating things like this. But so I know that I say it's important to post, 3 to 5 quality posts every day. But at the same time, if you are working and if you're, get really busy, a really good post that you can do, say you can only post twice a day, maybe once in the morning when you work out, make sure that you are at least posting your workout if you can't post anything else. And then post one thing before you go to bed. In your post, you could say, because this always gets people thinking oh, yeah, maybe I did miss her post or something. So create a post that is kind of drawing people in and say hey, I know you guys miss me today. I've just been really busy and, doing my nursing thing. Like, just be like bubbly, and you want to draw people in. So you people know that you have another job. You are a nurse and you're working full time and everything. So, and you have a family. So the posts that you can do, even if they're just 2 posts a day, make sure it's workout and then something that's quality or something that is, I don't know, just make someone smile, because we're trying to bring light into people's lives. We don't want to be negative. We don't, we want to be motivating and share our life with people. So things happen. If you can't post all day long, it's not a big deal.
Not my bad.
Sorry.
It's okay.
My bad. And bring her over.
Kids, I tell you what. Do you want one?
I got 3 too.
I'll give you.
I'll take a girl.
Just kidding. I really like my girls. I'd like to get rid of the boy. Just joking.
You're one boy, 3.
I was gonna give Cooper for a girl. Or this one. See, this one is driving me crazy. It's because I'm not paying attention to her. Come here. Come here. Come here. You do not have to go out. Okay, less than 4 minutes. Oh, well, we're on, posting. So quality posts. I want to see you guys really be creative. Think of pretty things. And I'm not saying it has to be a novel, because sometimes I get carried away and I just keep typing. I'm not saying it has to be like a story. I'm just saying, think of when you're just like sitting in bed at night or like watching a show. Seriously, when I'm like just sitting there and watching mindless TV, that's when like I come up with just creative different posts. Write it down so that or put it in your phone. If you have Evernote, use Evernote. It saves me so much time. Put it down so that you can, go and post about it later. But I want to see just different, I don't know, like, sweaty selfie picture. It doesn't have to just be a sweaty selfie picture. Put thought into it. Try to get people like thinking like, oh, she has a good point. Everyone does have 24 hours in a day. I really need to start focusing on my health and fitness. Like, you need to we're also here to get people to think more than just scrolling Facebook and like watching, those dumb videos, which those are entertaining, but you want to be here to add value into someone's life, to change their life. So by posting something that's creative, you put thought into it longer than 2 seconds. I'm not saying you have to think about it all day long, but when you have a few minutes, think about, I don't know, I always will just like think about what I would want to see on Facebook. Like, as I'm scrolling Facebook, you're always trying to be in the other person's shoes. What would you want to see on Facebook? Like, would you want to see someone like having fun? Like, you can just put a fun video of you dancing with your kids and talk about how, changing your life by working out every day and eating healthier. Like, I'm able to do this dance with my kids. And, you want to add value into people's lives. So by doing stuff like that, stop it. Okay, 1 minute. So I will share this, I don't know what you want to call it, this chart outline in the team page and in the new Coach Academy. Okay?
Okay.
All right. If you guys ever have any questions, message me, let me know. Post it in the team page, post it in the group chat. Okay, let's go.
Patty.
rock your goals in February. It's only the 8th. You have so much time. You could help 50 people this month.
Thanks for the call.
Thank you, girl.